What is up, everybody? I am Fist-25, and today we're going to take a review look at the brand new starter ship that is right behind me. That is new ship from Crusader, the starter ship, the Intrepid. And there's a lot of love and hate on this ship, and mine is already fully modified, except for the paint. This is the stock paint, and we have some stuff to do. We need to do a little bit of maybe a box mission, a cargo run, and I definitely need to make my way to Hurston to get some size 3 attritions that I have to manually go put on my Hornet, because all of a sudden it doesn't have a nose turret slot in my Moby Glass. So let's take a look at this interesting little starter ship and mosey along. Roll that intro. All right, folks, so here it is. It is the Crusader Intrepid, and it is a interesting little ship. A lot of people do not, and I repeat, do not like the shape of this ship. To me, it kind of looks like an MSR, Mercury Star Runner, and an Ares kind of had a very angular baby. I love the asymmetricality, the asymmetricalness of this ship. I really do. What I don't love is that's the only gun, and that is not the stock gun. That is an attrition 4 I stuck on this thing because I wanted to see what this thing looks like, you know, with some real firepower on it. Yeah, let's take a look around the ship. So here we have the cockpit. I don't know. This is a brand new ship, so I don't know how much interactability it's going to have. It should be fairly gold standard. But yeah, I took what's default on there, which I think is a CF, or maybe a Canon or a CF 447 Rhino laser repeater, and I put the attrition 4 on there. Hopefully in 3.23.3 it actually fires. I have yet to use an attrition in this patch. But I do like the asymmetricalness of this, and I think that one weapon slot is probably underkill, but I guess we'll see. You can walk around and see a side thruster on the right. These little winglets over here do fold up to make it a tad more compact. It's cool design. Not sure it was necessarily needed though. We can see the intake there. I guess the hydrogen intake over here on the starboard side. This ship also has 2 size 1 missiles, a whopping 2. I wish it had 3 per missile launcher, but it has 1 size 1 missile, so not very firepowery when compared to other starter ships around its price. I believe it goes for 60 war bond, which is really close to an Avenger Titan, and it's woefully underpowered compared to an Avenger Titan in the weapons department. Looking around the back, very Crusader-like engines. Those 3 jet propulsions out of the back there. They do look phenomenal. I'm not sure what this plate is. It looks like a radiator of some kind. It looks cool, I can tell you that. Moving around to the port side. Again, the actuator for these winglets. This will be hidden when all the panels close up. And maneuvering thruster and the wing folded up, so not that much to look at or see from the outside of the ship. What is surprising is the inside of this ship. There is a fuel nozzle port. I wonder when we're going to be able to actually refuel our own ships in our hangar. That'll be neat. What is cool is this thing is very TARDIS-like. There's a lot more to the inside. It looks very small to the outside, and it's not big. Let's not get it twisted here, but it's also surprisingly large on the inside. So obviously very Crusader branded. Let's head to the rear first. Notice we got our fire extinguisher in here for future gameplay. We'll open the rear area. And back here is the cargo area. And you can see that there's one cargo, I guess, bay here, and there's one over here, and these are actually pretty neat. We can open up these doors, and then we can open up the cargo ramp. And yeah, so there's 4 SCU boxes fit right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is where you put your 8 SCU of cargo. I don't know if I can actually I should be able to actuate this. There we go. Yeah, so that's a kind of a different way to enter and exit the ship if you wanted to. But kind of a cool premise there, if you will. It's definitely unique from other ships, and so that is pretty neat. And there's one on each side, so 8 SCU of official cargo that ties into the cargo rack. Excuse me, I got the hiccups today. Also looking in the back, we can see there's component access back here. We got our quantum drive and our jump drive and our cooler, our shield generator. What is that on the bottom? That is our power plant battery that doesn't exist. So easy access to our components right there. And we get to hear someone else's hangar bay. And then there's an engineering terminal. And that's a little confusing to me because there's only one component of everything, right? There's only one quantum drive, one cooler, one power plant, one shield generator, everything like that. So I guess I'm not familiar enough with the engineering gameplay to know, or if any one of those goes down, you're kind of assed out and you're going to need to replace them or repair them. So it is kind of interesting of why we necessarily have engineering gameplay on this ship. Moving along the starboard side midships of this ship is the habitation area. This is actually quite cozy. And I'm going to see if I can... My guy will sit. Sit. There you go. Quite single person, quite cozy. I guess you can have a meal here. There's a little silverware area here. I do like it. I do like that this is a solo ship. It doesn't come stocked with anything, unfortunately, but a lot of interactability, as we would expect from a little higher end ship like Crusader. You got our galley station right here. This should be our full shoilet going on. Yep, our toilet, our shoilet. That thing comes out. There's the shower head. There's the poo-poo place. And we do, hey, oh, I'm not bald. The mirrors actually work now, or at least for the new ships. And even the FOIP is working. So, finally. Okay, so let's keep on going. We can see our bed is over here. So you can log out in space. We do have ship storage above the bed, and that is 1500K micro SCU. They need to change those units, I think. We do have a place for your... This isn't... I don't think this is an escape. Maybe this is an escape pod. I thought this is where we can put like an armor mannequin and have an armor suit. We should have... These should be gun racks, correct? Okay, I should be able to put my gun here. Boom. And so, yeah, I can put my gun here. All right, so those are functional. This is also another gun rack. This is a weird locker space as well. It does open, so I guess you can put little things here and they can't bounce around too much. So all in all, a really nice habitation area. Moving forward past the door, no more interactability. And we can go head towards the cockpit. Now we do have a relay panel here with some fuses, guarded by some stuff. And it's interesting, like I said again, we only have one component of each, so I'm not sure how the engineering gameplay is going to tie into that. We do have our radar and avionics in this panel that you'd have to fix, but at least it's near the cockpit. And that's about it. Then we have this pilot seat. I guess I need to put my helmet on. Nope. Someone else in my hangar? I don't know. But we're going to... I hear an Atlas walking around. We're going to go ahead and enter this pilot seat. And bam, we're gonna pop up here into the cockpit. Let's go ahead and fire this ship up. All right.
Crusader Industries, a journey
Okay. System on. Looks nice. We can see. So first off, right off the bat, the radar stinks. It needs to be tilted down. It's not great. If we zoom in, we can actually see the numbers. But it would be nice if that radar was tilted down so we could actually get, we could see things from our viewing angle. The MFDs, there's 2 of them right here, and I mean, really, unless you are looking around the cockpit a lot, how many do you need? Especially for a small ship. I don't love how all the buttons and everything are this close to the MFD, to be quite honest. But I haven't been in this ship this pack, so I do need to configure my ship, throw the extended info on, use my precision lines, single pips, larger UI, and there we go. We're out of that. Now we can put our power management up, and we will throw our target status. Let's look around at the buttons. Over here, we have an unlabeled button. Don't know what that is. It looks like it's probably gear. VTOL button. Open exterior. Exit. Hail target. And our headlights. Activate scanning on the right. Power off. Engine on. Enable shields, weapons. So a lot more buttons than we're used to on a lot of other ships, to be quite honest. There is no eject from what I see, so I guess you're bailing out. Let me see if I can zoom in. Initial stealth numbers. These are way worse than what they were in the PTU when I was testing this ship out. Now my ship is fully outfitted with way better components, so take that with a grain of salt. My IR, my heat is 20.4 thousand. My EM is 13.7 thousand, and my cross section is 2,000, which is smaller than the Hornet Ghost. So this ship with the right components does have potential to be very stealthy. As we can see, looking at all of the components, I have a bunch of military components in here, and so they're all single power items, right? I can't change out the radar, the life support. But what that means is that I should be able to give myself max everything, which I just did. And because I upgraded my power plant, I still have some room left. I still have 1 power left over, and I'm maxed out. So this is fully balanced, and I still have power left over. That's a nice thing to see because the ship doesn't have a whole lot going for it. Here's a look from the top. This is that default paint, the Crusader with the blue highlights. And we can see the wings have already folded down. Let's see if we can fold them back up. There we go. They're folded back up. I don't know if that actually gives us VTOL or not. Let's lift up. It doesn't look like it does. It just makes the ship a bit smaller. But I don't think we're actually gaining any. I don't know. I don't see any thrust coming from there. It looks like that's a VTOL setting though. The ship does lift up very nice and even. Let's actuate the landing gear. Landing gear comes up very nice, and the ship is ready to go. Here's that asymmetrical look. I don't hate it. There's a lot of people that really hate it. I don't. I just don't. Let's go back to the cockpit. Let's fire around in my hangar. Can't hear anything from that attrition, but it has, with maxed out, it's got 75 shots on it, so it should be able to do a little bit of damage on this thing. Let's go fly it around Microtech and see how it performs in atmosphere. This was available at IAE. On day 1, you can rent this from Crusader. Boom, there we go. Let's go. Let's not hit stuff. We'll zoom out a little bit and just fly around. One of the nice things about this ship is that it is rather quick, as it should be. At SCM in Atmo, it's rated at 227 on the scale there, and I'm getting 222 in Atmo, so that's pretty quick. Let's give it some boost. Boost is rated at 455. and I'm getting about 350. Boost is doing pretty good as far as the amount of boost. Not too bad. And because I'm able to max out my components, it's going to recharge pretty quick. Let's come around and head in towards New Babbage. One of the benefits of this ship, things that I like, is that it has a flat bottom, and I don't have to worry about piece of the ship accidentally hitting the ground or something like that. It's very easy to judge how big the ship is. If you've ever driven a very big vehicle in real life, sometimes it's hard to judge, you know, how you're going to park and how you're going to do different things. Here's Afterburner from the exterior view. A decent animation, nothing to write home about. It has pretty darn good roll in atmosphere. Let's give a pitch test. Pretty maneuverable, to be quite honest. There was poor Tressler up there. Pretty good in the roll in the pitch department, and this is in a thick atmosphere like Microtech. Decent in yaw. Better than a lot of starter ships, to be quite honest. Let's go ahead and go into nav mode. And of course, I need to turn off a bunch of stuff. Hope this stuff actually saves in the future. You know, really saves. Okay, so we'll do self status, and we'll give ourselves more. There we go. So in nav mode, I'm still able to use all of my power, even with a full quantum drive up there with a fully upgraded ship. And we'll go into that when we get into Urkel on this ship. So I'm going to go out of actual quantum mode. Oh, I need to change that once again. Power management, and see, I want this to be this in all the modes, right? But anyway, let's look at speed. Its max velocity looks like 1225. What I'm getting in atmosphere is 263-ish, which is pretty good. It gets a little loud in nav mode, I can tell you that, but flying around Microtech, very smooth. Sometimes the frames of the game are not very smooth, but the ship is flying like butter. Give it a little boost. Boost is pushing us to only really 270s. Well, now we're getting up a little bit. 280s. 290s. I would imagine it would be the same as it would be in SCM mode. All right, let's make our way to Port Tressler, and we'll see how this ship does in base as far as velocities go, and then we'll get on some missions and see how it handles pretty simple missions. Let's see how fast we can get out of atmosphere. We'll go into boost. See, now we're doing 400, 500 meters a second. 600. 700, 800. A lot of boost going straight up. And I just ran out of boost. So pretty quick to get out of Atmo. All right, so let me set my cruise. The acceleration on the ship is, I would say, average to good. It's not great in any means, but it's not bad. So it is rated at that 1225 max velocity, and that is what we are in fact getting. Switch over to SCM mode. It's rated at 227. We're getting 227. So that's good. Everything is getting what it is supposed to be getting. Obviously much smoother movement. The pitch, yaw, and roll in space is very good. Very good. And now I can hear my repeater. So finally, I can hear something correctly. Okay, let's find some kind of a mission to do, and we'll get back with you mid-mission. Stay tuned. All right, folks, so we took a quick bounty hunter mission, a VLRT. This is a starter ship after all, at Euterpe, which is a moon in the Microtech system. And as we get closer, I'm going to switch into SCM mode. We are in reshade, so that's why we had the MBG. There we go. About 20 clicks out. I like to switch over. I did have to fly 350 clicks out here because there wasn't enough points to jump to. So it is very dark out here. I'll show you this is how dark it is. This is the benefit of having some reshade, especially in PBE. There's our guy. We have 75 shots here that we need to get. Brett Clayton. I don't know if that's our actual guy. I'm going to bring up the missiles. Missile operator mode. We do have two. I believe I have sparks on here instead of the default missile. We're way too far away to shoot it. So we're just going to keep flying. We are decently stealthy, though, in the ship, which is really nice. I kind of want to outfit it with stealth components to see how far down we can get it. Looks like we may have two ships here. Oh, their shields are going up. How about that? Looks like a Pisces and a Misk. That really fast Misk ship. Name's escaping me. Oh, we're being shot at. I'll shoot a missile. Whoa, way too close. Nice thing about the ship, it turns well, which makes it a pretty good dogfighter, to be quite honest. Let's target this ship. We'll shoot the last missile. Back to guns. We'll go after the Pisces. Size 4, attrition 4, no joke. They do quite a bit of damage as far as laser repeaters go.
Alert. Front crash close.
Do some back strafing here. Monitor our own shields. Oh, one down. Where's our other target? I don't even see him. Maybe, oh, there he is. He didn't crash. It's a Razor, okay. Let's use our gimbals. That ship is definitely faster than mine. Let's use our gimbals, though. Maybe. Woo! The good old jousting. And I can't hit nothing today. Although this thing does have a very small hitbox. You want to go head to head? Okay.
Destroyed.
All right. So there it is. It's down. And it is falling. Let's see if we can get some light on it. Just turn my headlights on. Should we track it all the way to the ground? Back to MBG on. Let's see if we can scavenge any components from it, possibly. As it falls to the surface of the moon. There it is. Let's go in third person here. This is one of the things you can do as far as dogfighting goes. We should be able to scavenge some components. You turn MBG back on. Okay, land ship. Okay, turn our engines off. Now we need to open our exterior. How fast is that once you know where all the right buttons are? Of course. I know the Pisces would have been a better choice. I should have saved him for last. We parked behind him. There it is. Look at that. Okay, we got some weapons here. Take it off. There we go. We don't get to keep any of this stuff for 4.0 anyway, so I just want to grab one and we'll throw it onto our tray here. I guess I should have came from the back. That's weird that it's stuck over there. Does it stick anywhere else? Not really. It doesn't look like it. Looks like it only sticks here. Okay. Anything else we can get from this ship? I have no idea. It should have things like a quantum drive. We're not going to open the ladder. It does have another gun over here. But not all ships have components that we can access either, so looks like this may be it. Come on, tractor beam. There we go. All right, so we have both of our prizes from this ship. We're going to come back here. We're going to close our cargo bays. Did the gun come up with it? Kind? It doesn't even look like it did. Oh yeah, it's right here. This one, I don't know if it made it. It's very odd. Let me see if I can. Oh yeah, it's kind of in a really weird spot. It made it, but it didn't make it well. So let's do this. Let's see if we can bring it in. And we'll store it over there after we close our component bay. Let's do the same with this guy. We'll just rotate it. Because I don't want those taking up all the cargo bay, but we do want to be able to sell them at some point. So a little more storage in here than what we thought, at least. Oh, and that's where they will stay. Not a ton of lights here, which is odd. Anyway, let's keep on moving on, and I'll catch you up at the next mission. All right, folks, so we have a box mission to do, and it is Microtech to Microtech. I think this ship is going to be really good at doing box missions. Not sure how well it'll be able to do dangerous box missions, because one size 1 shield, one size 1 gun, or size 4 gun. It doesn't have a whole lot of redundancy when it comes to components, right? If you lose a power plant, you're done. You lose that shield, you're done. You lose your gun, you could still fly, but you're not shooting anybody. But as far as a multi-role courier, light dogfighting, light bounty hunting, light cargo, I think it does all those things pretty well. And it has a hab inside. It looks pretty darn good from the inside. One of the really nice things about the ship is that it's fast.
Shields on.
Okay. It's dark over here, so we're going to get down there as fast as we can with reshade. And I'll see you after we pick up the box. All right, the box is picked up. We need to now head out and deliver our package. I'll see you at the delivery point. Wow, that was definitely one of the fastest box delivery missions I've ever done, and that is a good way to make some credits because this ship really flies. Let's look at what cargo they have here. Maybe we, since we're on Microtech, maybe we can do some commodity hauling. Ooh, they have diamonds. So the bad thing about commodity stuff is that it takes money to make money. I have a little bit left, but ooh, that's not a great screen. Diamonds, they have 1,000 SCU, and they go for 3.8 thousand per SCU. So definitely the most valuable. Can we buy any diamonds? Not trying to sell. Can we buy? Oh, I need a valid inventory. Okay. Let's do the outpost. There we go. Been a while since I've done a commodity stuff. So we definitely want 1 SCU boxes. 6, 7, yeah, so 8 boxes nets us, or costs us 30, almost 30,500 credits. Go ahead and buy that. Confirm. Okay, now it's time to go load up the boxes, and we'll see how much money we make. I'm gonna go load up I'm gonna bring my ship over to the pad and go load up my boxes, and I'll go. Luckily, I'm able to get back on the ship on these things because I parked at a very weird angle. But I'll see you guys on Microtech, and this will be like a fast forward type of deal. Well, it seems one of the laser repeaters is lost inside the inside of the ship. So we're just gonna store the ship for safekeeping, and we'll bring it back up when we head back. All right, let's go sell this stuff. There's definitely something to be said about Orville at night. It is quite beautiful. The yellows, the golds, the security. It's pretty cool. Now that I remember to actually go back and put my stuff into the freight elevator and send it down, we can come back here and see how much money we made. Or potentially make, or maybe we'll lose money. I don't know. We'll find out. Orville diamonds. So I bought these for a little over 30,000, and I'm gonna sell them for 34.4. So I'm gonna make a whopping 4,000 credits. And that was going all the way from Microtech over to Hurston. So not a great commodity for diamonds, but it's even less than that, because when you consider the quantum costs it takes to get more quantum fuel and hydrogen fuel and the amount of time I'm wasting, it's probably net maybe $2,000. Now I came here because I need to get some attritions and courier them back to Microtech, and I'm also going to see if I can sell that laser repeater that I was able to get out of my ship over here as well. Let's see if I can even sell it. I don't know if I can here or not. I don't think yeah, I can. Okay, so I made 550 credits for that one, so I guess that makes up a little bit. It's almost as much as the dang diamonds. So I do need quite a few attritions. Not sure how many I'm going to be able to. Let's go for 4. 48,000. So that's a lot. For attrition 3s. Okay. I'll see you at the ship after I get them loaded up. Stay tuned. So as we can all see by the wreckage on the deck, this was not the greatest ship to try to fit multiple attritions in or multiple weapons in. They kind of get lost in the ship, and they don't. The ship doesn't like it at all. And yeah, you guys saw what happened there. Not great, but I did get 2 of them. Let's get back to Microtech, and we will go from there. All right, so Crusader Intrepid, not a phenomenal courier ship for weapons. I can tell you that right now. You guys saw the damage at Hurston, and it's just these cargo bays are not great for weapons, and they're good for boxes, except on the port aft area right here. It seems like this last place, it's just, the mesh is just wrong, and I was able to get the box in, but it didn't look like it wanted to snap to that cargo grid very well. Got to be careful. A lot of the issues is the game itself, and so I'd say you got to be careful if you're going to ferry other things like components and stuff, and they don't get stuck inside the ship and blow up your ship. But let's do what I actually came here to do, and I'm gonna go put these attritions on my Hornet, and we're gonna go look at some ship comparisons of this ship compared to some other starter ships. Then we'll look at Urkel first, then we'll compare these to other starter ships, and then we'll go from there to talk about value at the end of the video. So I'll see you in just a minute. Okay, so we are here at Urkel.games, and we're going to take a look at the Crusader Intrepid. So first off, it is a starter ship, right? Size 2 ship, pretty small. Crew size of 1, as we have seen. Max SCM speed of 227, which we saw. Max boost 455. Max nav speed 1225. So it is quite a quick ship. It's very nimble. Pitch yaw roll 48 degrees, 145, and boosted at 10 to most of those. So it, again, quite nimble. It moves fast. When I had to do the bounty mission, it did not take that long to fly 350 clicks. It moved. It doesn't have a ton of hit points. Whole hit points about 15,000, a little more than that. Not very heavy. It has quite a bit of quantum fuel. When I went from Microtech to Hurston and then back, it only used about 30% from New Babbage to Lorville, so decent, and that was with an upgraded quantum drive. So with the stock components, probably even better. So yeah, takes about 5 minutes to claim, not terrible. Expedited time about 1.5 minutes. The problem with this ship, from what I see, is that it only has one component of everything. And while that's fine on the surface, it doesn't allow for any redundancy. So if you lose a shield, you're out of shields. You lose a power plant, you're not doing anything. So there's not a ton of storage either to carry spares. So it is sort of a glass cannon. Not that it has that much of a cannon, because it only has one size 4 gun. So it also has 2 size 1 missiles. So let's take a look at the systems to start with. The shields, it comes with a civilian grade B hex shield. Not terrible, not the worst shield in the world, 1500 hit points. But I would immediately, and I did in the video, upgrade it to an FR66 military version of the shield. What that does for you is it turns your shields into 1 power unit blocks versus the stock shield, which is a solid 2 unit block for power. The military shield allows you to go up to 3. And when you pair this with the right power plant and everything, you can max. One thing that's nice about this ship is you can max all of your power settings out, and you have the most gunshots, you have the most recharge for your shields, and the most recharge for your boost. So for the power plant, I would get rid of the civilian grade C light blossom that it comes with, and I went ahead and put in a JS 300 military grade A power plant. as we can see, we have 2 left over now. As far as power goes, that gives you 16 power. The coolers, it comes with a blast chill. You don't really need to upgrade the coolers in this patch, but civilian grade D, I did anyway. And that because this cooler, it has looks like 2 1-unit blocks. I went ahead and threw in a glacier. So 1 size 1 cooler. It does more cooling. It gives you 3 power blocks to use. We still haven't maxed out our power yet. The quantum drive, it comes with a competition grade B Foxfire, 165,000 kilometers a second. I upgraded that to a civilian Voyage, which is the exact same as that competition. So, oh, are they all the same in this patch? Oh, all the quantums of the... I didn't even realize that. All the quantum speeds are the same in this patch, at least according to Urkel. So that's must be where they're retooling a lot of the quantum. So it doesn't matter. So leave the quantum as is, I suppose. Who cares? Don't waste your money upgrading it because you're not going to get any faster for size 1 drives. Now back to weapons. This Rhino laser repeater, it's fine as a stock weapon, 436 FPS. But I went ahead and threw an Attrition 4 on there. That is 815 sustained DPS. I think I said FPS before. I meant DPS. So quite a bit more if you can afford the Attrition. Put an Attrition 4 on there. If you like laser cannons, you could probably stick an M6A on there. Would probably stay away from the Light Strike. Maybe an Omni Sky 12. But I think Attritions are back, and this is probably the best laser repeater for this ship. As far as the missiles go, you can keep the Marksman 1 infrared that's on there. It's a good missile, but you could go up to the Arrow, which is the Van Duel size 1 missile, and it does over double damage as far as infrared is concerned. So I would recommend throwing arrows on there. There you go. That's the loadout. Quick and easy loadout for this ship. Let's put everything into the cart. Let's see how much it's going to cost to upgrade. Okay, full upgrade cost 82,000 alpha UEC in game, so not too terrible. Yeah. All right, let's compare this ship against some other ships, starter ships specifically. So we're over here at SC Ships Performance Viewer. We're gonna put, I don't know why my caps lock is on. We're gonna put the Intrepid against an Aegis Avenger Titan. So first thing we're going to look at is the speed over here on the left. The Titan's in the blue, the Crusader Intrepid is in the red. SCM speed, the Titan beats it out. The Titan is faster in both SCM and SCM boost, and the Titan is faster in nav speed. Not that much faster, mind you, but fast enough. Faster enough, yes, is what we should say. As far as the propulsion, almost across the board, except in a strafe, looks like left and right strafe, the Crusader Intrepid beats it. Crusader Intrepid beats it in the down strafe as well. For the boost multiplier, the Titan beats it in forward acceleration. Rotation speed, the Titan looks like it beats it for most of stats over here, although they're very close. The Titan has more shields, 3,700 for the shield hit points on the Titan. I believe it has 2 shields. The Crusader Intrepid, 1,500. The hull durability, the nose has its own section on the Titan. It does not have it on the Crusader. Crusader just has a kind of a mono hull. And for those hit points, it's 3,300. But if you add up the body and the nose for the Titan, that's 5,000. So overall, more hull hit points for the Titan. But that kind of doesn't make sense, because now when you go back into total health pool, Crusader has 15,350. The Titan has 11,900. So I guess when you take all the little parts, not just nose, body, tail, everything together, the Intrepid is a little more durable than the Titan. So that's a good thing. But it also has more parts that can break off. So that kind of matters too. Okay. We're not going to talk about emissions in this one. Dimensions and mass. The Intrepid is a little bit bigger as far as it's wider than the Titan is. I think they're about the same length, actually. So that's, yeah, they're really close to the same length. The Intrepid is wider and it has it's a little bit taller as well. I'm not going to talk about mass. The Intrepid is heavier. They both have 8 SCU of cargo. The difference is the Intrepid has it on those 2 ramp elevator things come down on each side, and the Titan actually has a ramp in the back that you can put stuff into. 8 SCU in there. This is talking about cross section only for the Titan. I guess Sea Ship's Performance Viewer doesn't have the data in, but cross section is like 2K on the Intrepid, so it's certainly much lower than the Titan. More stealthy than the Titan for sure. Fuel capacity, the Intrepid has way more gas than the Titan, so you're going to be able to fly in quantum and around with hydrogen for much longer than the Titan. I mean, significantly longer. But it also burns more gas. They both have, it says 4 weapon segments for the Intrepid. Really, there should be 3. 2 size 1 missiles and a gun, but okay. It looks like their boost numbers are about the same, and it takes longer to claim Intrepid. We look at the summary chart of significant differences. The Intrepid, you can fly it for longer. The Titan is a little bit faster. The Titan has, just flight-wise, it has more speed. And then it starts, I'm looking for guns here. It doesn't really have a lot about guns. And that's too bad, because let's bring up the Titan here. Just affects your Titan. The Titan has a size 4 gun on its nose, and it has two size 3 guns on its side that you can change. So that's way more firepower, right? You throw your big ballistic up there, and then you throw a couple attrition 3s on the side, and we're looking at a total DPS of 2352. 2352 compared to Intrepid with an attrition 4, 815. So the Titan outguns it significantly. I mean, significantly. Titan also has 2 more missiles, and they're both all 4 of those missiles are size 2. So it has more missiles, bigger missiles. 1 of the same gun and 2 other size 3 guns. It has 2 size 1 shields instead of 1. It has a size 1 power plant, 2 size 1 coolers, and a quantum drive. So all in all, the Titan, it's kind of limited because it has that 1 size 1 power plant. But if we were to let's max it out military wise, coolers and everything, Titan, because I think that's its closest competitor, just because of the cargo capacity, really. Attrition 3s. Power wise, we don't have any to spare, but we're pretty good on, like, we have 3 out of 6 shield, and 4 out of 5 on afterburn, on boost recharge, and the guns are maxed out at 3 each. So I'm thinking the Titan is probably significantly better value than the Crusader Intrepid. If we look at some other vehicles, let's look at like a cutter. The Intrepid's in the red. The Intrepid pretty much is better than the cutter in most stat. Not in fuel. The cutter can go further in fuel, but we pull up the Drake cutter. There it is. It has 2 size 2s. If we put attritions on those, let's see, we're 804 DPS. So DPS is close to the same as the Intrepid. It has half the cargo capacity, but still 2 size 1 missiles, and then all size 1 single components. The cutter's pretty close to the Intrepid. I don't believe the Intrepid is necessarily priced correctly. If we push it against something like what's another starter? Let's look at Consolidated Outland Mustang Alpha. It comes stock with 2 Badger laser repeaters. If we throw attrition 2s on there, okay, we're basically the same. And the Mustang Alpha has 2 size 1 shields, so that's better. Then you can throw a turret on here. I'm sorry, not a turret, but you can throw other weapons on the Mustang Alpha, and boom, 2 more attrition 1s, and now we're talking it's 1340 in DPS versus 8 something. Let's look at, and that's not that expensive. Let's look at an RSI Aurora MR, I believe is the starter ship. Again, it comes with 2 size 1 weapons, but you can throw more weapons on here, and it's not that expensive. We put some attritions on here. See our DPS. Attritions. 1072, so still higher DPS with an Aurora and a Mustang Alpha. That's got its extra weapons than an Intrepid. In addition, both the Aurora and the Mustang and the Titan, the Cutter, I think the Cutter, maybe not the Cutter, but those all have 2 size 1 shields. So way more shields, double the amount of shields actually. So how good is the value of the Crusader Intrepid? When we go to the website for the Intrepid, I get it. It's a new ship. It's got a hab in it, but you can sleep in the Aurora. You can't sleep in the Mustang. So you can sleep in the Titan. But the Intrepid's new, right? It's got some engineering panels. Like all that stuff's in there, but it's going to be in every ship anyway, eventually. It's got a cool hallway. It's kind of got a cool mechanic. It's a little more homey, I guess. It's got a galley, but none of that stuff is useful right now. So, not sure it's priced correctly. To be quite honest, it's okay. It's got some cool paints. It's got the fusion paint, factory standard paint, wavefront paint. I like the wavefront paint. The Altair, I like that Red Crusader, and my favorite is the Oblivion, just because it's dark. But I when we look at the Oblivion paint plus the War Bond purchase of the Intrepid, it's $60. $60. It's pretty expensive when you consider what you can get for other ships. But it's an LTI token for $60 if you're into that. But War Bond's $60, $65 for the IAE 10-year insurance. The starter pack, I don't know necessarily what you get in that. Is I think a paint you get $68. So I don't know if that's quite priced right. Let's compare that to an Avenger Titan. What's the Titan's current price? Where's the Titan's price? Website changed and everything's a little different. Can I just not search? Why can't I search in here? Sure, let's look at starter packs, I guess. You can get an IAE Mustang for $40 right now. $40. And I believe that comes with a pledge. You can get a Cutter for $50. You can get a Sulin. Assuming you're paying the alien tax, but it's $85. The 100i is $65. Why is the 100i more expensive than the Intrepid? It's not better. Hey, look, let me bring up the 100i. Origins starter ship. Oh, look, it's got 2 size 3 guns. So maybe it is better. Let me throw the attrition 3s. Yeah, it's got more DPS. But it still only has 1 component on each side. The Pisces starter pack, $60. Pisces is a little different, right? I think the Intrepid's probably more value than the Pisces. But here's the Titan. So for $15 more, you're going to get way more firepower in the Titan. You're going to get the same cargo capacity. You're going to have a bed. It's just a different shape and everything. For $30 more, you're going to get the Nomad, right? The Nomad, you're talking about 28 SCU in the back. You're going to have a tractor beam that's built in. You have 3 size 3 weapons. You have a much more shield. Overall, the Nomad's probably still the best starter ship all around. Except, and I don't necessarily count the Andromeda as a starter pack, but I think it's close enough in price to the Nomad that the Cuddy Black and the Freelancer would be starter packs. Cuddy Black, $125. You're talking 46 SEU, cargo, 4 size 3 guns, size 2 components. It's a hell of a deal. The Freelancer, more cargo, like 60 something cargo. I think also 4 size 3s, beds. It's multi-crew capable. The Cuddy Black is multi-crew capable. Cuddy Black's still probably the best overall starter package. I've had a lot of people disagree with me that a Cuddy Black is not a starter. It is a starter ship. You can buy it with a pledge. You can buy it as a starter pack. It's a starter ship. If you disagree, leave a comment below. If you agree, leave a like. But yeah, interesting pricing, I guess. The pledge price for the Intrepid is $68. It looks like after IAE it's going to be $80, and then maybe that's the new tax, so to speak. So value for the Intrepid, cool ship, fast ship. It's not the best starter ship. If you are a Crusader fan, cool ship, but the singular guns and singular components are not doing it for me. I would love to see a couple more missiles on there. And I'd love to see missiles work. I would like to see size 2 shield, just one size 2 shield, make the shield a bit bigger. If that could even fit, I don't know. I think that would help even it out, because it's almost the same cost as the Titan, right? If it goes for $80, eventually it's going to be more expensive than the Titan, and the Titan is clearly, in most categories, a better ship. But to each their own. What do you like? I do like the Intrepid, don't get me wrong. I don't think it's priced right. So I'm Fist-25. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed this weird review video. I've had fun making it. It took forever. I'm actually at the end of this is all one long video. It's been recording for 2.5 hours, raw footage. So a lot of that's not in the video, of course, but thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys next time. Happy IAE. If you're watching this now, tomorrow we're having Capture the Pico contest with Jawa, and we have 4 more giveaways scheduled for IAE. So don't forget to catch up with the B team. You have to be in Discord. We're giving out real life prizes and in-game prizes for the different contests. Check out the Discord if you want information on that, and you have to be in there. It's all skill-based challenges, so you definitely have a chance to win. It's not just random giveaways. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.